9:06 with the pool.
Okay, hello everybody, how are you? Good to be here. And today is Friday. No, it's not. Thursday, the 30th of October. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. We certainly are here. Let's just bring you straight up to date. In your OES, we haven't got nothing new there as yet, but obviously please keep looking there on a daily basis. And that is where we are going to get any more information on moving forward into Victory with Ash. And I obviously am trying to bring you things for you to think about as far as Victory with Ash is concerned. And this is what I've been doing pretty much all week, really, since we had that last pop-up. And I've been going through a combination of the pop-up that we've seen in our OES and also the new website. And yesterday I brought to you about the terminology of SMART as far as goals is concerned, about how to break that down and being meticulous about those goals. And I hope that has helped you. And what I want to concentrate on today, again from Victory with Ash, was refocus. And that is part of the rise and the reset and refocus, which is kind of what the whole of Victory with Ash is all about. And today I want to focus on the refocus, but I want to be more specific about us refocusing. And I think it's really important that being specific now, moving into Victory with Ash, will pay huge dividends down the line. In the past, we've tended to be very appeasing, I suppose, to absolutely everybody. We have almost made sure that we are trying to keep everybody happy, to do our best so that everybody understands, doing our best for everybody. But I firmly believe at the moment that we need to, part of this refocusing and resetting that our CEO is talking about, is to be more specific in our energy and what we are actually going to be doing. So I want to run through all of this because I think it might help an awful lot of people out there to make decisions, to actually start channeling their focus, that refocus in certain areas, and not be wasteful with their time. I mean, time is probably the most precious commodity that we all have. It's free, but it is very, very precious. Every single second that goes by, we never get back again. So utilizing that time is so important. More than money, it is time that is the key factor that we need to cherish. We need to understand how it works. And this is where refocusing, but in a specific way, is going to aid you with your time management. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So let's just have a little look then on the website about refocusing and what it's saying. And he's saying there is, instead of scattering your energies across too many distractions, learn to direct your time, attention, and talents towards what matters the most. That is part of the goals and all the rest of it, obviously. True focus acts like a magnifying glass. It concentrates power without adding more effort, turning ordinary actions into extraordinary results. This is where the refocusing of where your energies are going, where your concentration is, where your purpose is, all of these, if you refocus it in a specific way to a specific target of what you are trying to achieve, you are going to get extraordinary results. This final step of the rise, reset, and refocus really expands your visions beyond personal success. It helps to balance your own goals with well-being, those around you and yourself, your family, community, and ultimately the wider world. When you focus on making a difference, your achievements gain deeper meaning and your victory becomes more than just yours. It is actually going to be a shared one. So what does refocus and be specific actually means? It means to deliberately shift your attentions to a clear, narrow, and actionable goal rather than a broad or vague one. And this practice is fundamental, really, in improving productivity, clarity, communications across personal and obviously professional settings. These sort of things are certainly ways that you can utilize to have time management much better. Okay, you can specifically say, right, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to do an hour's work on this, and be very specific about the focus you're giving it. And obviously you are going to be 100% focused on that specific area that you are looking at. It's very easy to get sidetracked, and when you are refocused, when you are specific in those actions, you will get a lot more done in that time. So how do you refocus? It involves conscious redirecting of your attention away from distractions and back to your present tasks or goals. You need to obviously set yourself up in a distraction-free zone. Okay, if you are getting distracted by phones, for instance, and notifications, okay, close off all those tabs, those browsers, put your phone on silence, and have an organized workspace that you've got that one single task in hand that you can work and be focused on very specifically. And break down larger tasks into smaller ones. We've talked about this part of the smart technology, using smart towards your goals, those smaller implements to the big goal. If you do this, you will stay on track, obviously, because you manage the steps going towards those smaller goals. And this prevents you from feeling overwhelmed and wandering maybe over into various areas. And use time work intervals. Okay, it's all very well being focused, being specific about what you're doing, but you can only maintain that for a certain amount of time before things start getting a little bit overwhelming. So set yourself a amount of time, okay, and give yourself breaks within that so that your mind doesn't wander, okay, and make sure that you take those breaks so that when you come back again, you are back on task of what you are trying to do. And this helps to really break any of that fatigue that you might have as well. Step away from your desk, do some stretching exercises, breathing exercises, make yourself something to eat, drink, etc., and all the rest of it. Also, how are you going to be specific within these tasks? Okay, you need to practice clear and concise language towards those goals and the communications that you are going to have within it. eliminate ambiguity as well, and this helps you and others to understand exactly what is required if you are working with other people. We talked about SMART, the specific, measured, achievable, relevant, time bound element to those goals, but there's also a lot more to it. It's involved with being specific, and that is communication. Obviously, you need to tailor your communications so that it is personal and speaking specifically without jargon and without technical language that other people might not understand, if you are working with other people to understand certain tasks that you have involved or are involved with them. Get to the point quickly. Okay, time is of the essence. There's no point in beating around the bush when you are giving over information. Okay, organize your thoughts logically so you can write them down, set them out, bullet point them so that you can be very specific about what you are trying to say. Provide details, concrete details, in fact, of what you are trying to achieve within the time zone, okay, and the projection of where you want to be within that time zone. Again, this will give goals for other individuals who you are working with so that they can work towards those within your time frame. And remember, visuals always help as well. If you can illustrate it, if you can put it down, and all the rest of it, this really does help you to explain what you are trying to do. If people can see it the same as you can see it, then that eliminates a lot of that time element. And remember to confirm as you are going along as well of where you are within that journey of those specific goals. When you are refocusing on anything, okay, you are coming back in normally with a different mindset. This is where Victory with Ash really is taking us. This is where we are going to be refocused. Same goal. Same goal is over there, isn't it? That hasn't changed, okay? The big, bold, beautiful shared dream. That's always been there. But we are refocusing because we're in a new vehicle. We're refocusing because we are going in a different direction to get to the ultimate dream. Okay, so we need to refocus ourselves as well. But we also need to be specific about what we are trying to achieve through Victory with Ash. Why are you there? What is your end goal? What are you trying to achieve? This is where the refocusing comes in, but you also need to be specific about what that goal is that you are trying to achieve. We spoke about this yesterday, didn't we? That how important it is to have that goal in your mind, but also to break them down into smaller bite sizes so that you can celebrate the achievements as you are going along. So what are we going to see within Victory with Ash? I have no idea. I can only go off what information we have. And we have information. The information we've got is the website. It quite clearly states within Victory with Ash website, not only the rise, reset, and refocus, but it's also got a lot of information there as far as what to expect to see within the training and benefits of Victory with Ash, which we would expect within the first 30 to 90 days. This information there is absolute gold. It should give all of you guys a very good understanding of what we are to expect to see within Victory with Ash. Now, Ash has already said that when we enter Victory with Ash, it's going to be a bit of a blank canvas. Why? And this is done by design, by the way. Why? Because we are going to build Victory with Ash whilst we are in it. They have their strategy all laid out in front of them. They know how it's all going to come in. It is bare so that when we get the information coming into Victory with Ash, however it is shown to us, whatever tabs, portals, or whatever it may be there. Each one means that we can divulge it, we can understand it, we can memorize it, we can take note of it, because it's not overawed with other bits around it. Okay, we are focusing on each individual thing that comes into Victory with Ash, so we give it exactly the right attention it deserves without being distracted and clicking here, clicking there, too much information. Okay, this is all part of the strategic plan of Victory with Ash. As Victory with Ash grows, so do we. See that two-way street that Ash was talking about, how it evolves, how we evolve, how we become more knowledgeable. The website becomes more knowledgeable because the amount of information that is in there. And this obviously goes on for the 30 to 90 days until we come out the other side of Victory with Ash and move on to whenever the next business, the new business that we are going to, becomes available to us. It's also important to understand that this refocusing should invigorate you guys. It should really give you a big boost. A lot of us have been on the journey for a long time, and I'm looking at what's happening, or what has happened over the last year or two, as my breather. It's my rest period. It's enabled me to take stock, I suppose. I'm itching to get going. I am reinvigorated once again to have the bit between my teeth, to want to get going through Victory with Ash and beyond. You guys should have that refocus as well, to want and desire to do this again. It's not going to be for everybody. I can assure you that right now. Everybody is not going to be happy with Victory with Ash. There is going to be people who aren't. Okay, but that's on them. It's not on me. I know what I want, and you should make up your own minds about what you want as well. Don't let anybody else take your dreams away from you. Your dream is exactly that. It is your dream. It is your goal. It is you who wants this. You don't have to please somebody else. There's only one person you have to please, and that's yourself. And if you are happy doing what you are doing, if you are happy moving forward, if you are happy to learn, if you are happy to gain knowledge, if you are happy to succeed, then do not let anybody else tell you otherwise. This is your story. It's not somebody else's story, it's yours. And you are the storyteller of that story. You haven't got anybody else writing it for you. You are the author of your own book. So make sure you write a damn good book. And part of that is refocusing on what you want, how you're going to obtain it, and what you are going to actually do to get to where you want to go. That is the key element here. What are you prepared to do to achieve your dream and your goals? That is what's going to make the difference. How much do you want it? I want it big time. I don't know about you guys out there, but I want this, and I am ready to do what it takes for my own success and my wife and my family around me. That is what I'm looking to do. This is why I'm focused, refocused. This is why I am strategically making sure that I am going to do everything within my power that I possibly can to be successful. I hope you guys have got the same attitude, because that is what you need to be successful in the long run. People will look at you and say, how did you do it? And you will be able to tell them your story. And part of that story is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's how you get through the good, the bad, and ugly that gives you the best success story of all. We've all got one, and I want to tell it loud and proud later on down the line. Anyway, that's it for me, guys, for today. I hope this has been interesting. Again, tomorrow I'll bring something else to the table, unless obviously anything pops, and then I'll bring that to you as soon as I find out from it. Okay. Apart from that, have a great day wherever you are, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. That's it from me. Bye for now.